I'm going to show you how to take a 40-gallon terrarium from this to a gorgeous tropical ecosystem for your baby boa constrictor in under 5 minutes. First up, we're going to make the drainage layer. I'm using a mix of gravel that I got from a Bioactive build kit from Thrive, and then this Fluval stratum, and then just mixing them both together at the bottom of my tank. Top that with drainage mesh, and then for substrate, I'm mixing sphagnum moss, Reptichip coconut fiber, and Reptisoil, and I'm just mixing them all together. And I only had enough mesh to do one side of my tank, so this is going to be a little experiment to see if drainage mesh is actually necessary. I don't know how I'm going to test it or measure that, but it's still an experiment. Next up are plants. So I had some house plants, and I also got a couple plants from Petsmart. I disinfected them in a bath of water and hydrogen peroxide, and then I stuck them in here. And then I used the BioDudes BioShot to give everything a little kickstart. And then I watered everything in. Next up is leaf litter, followed by the cleanup crew. So I did isopods and springtails. And I filled up the terrarium with a big cork bark hide and pieces of driftwood. And then I did lighting, and I tested the temperatures just to make sure that everything looked good. For boas, the warm end should be around 86 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and the cool end in the mid-70s. I also put in a little humid hide, which you see on the left. I filled it with damp sphagnum moss, and I put in a little thermometer and put in some little air plants as the finishing touch. And this is what everything looks like finished. I'm super happy with it. You'll see in there that I filled in the cork hide with some more driftwood so that she had some light that was blocked from the outside. I wanted her to have a place that was totally secure and that, I couldn't even see through on the other end. And so that's why I filled it up there. But it's been interesting. She hasn't really spent very much time in her hide. She's been very chill and exploratory. I also put on some, in addition to the lighting, I put in a silicone humidity mat to retain humidity. And that's her. That's my girl Dora. Isn't she fabulous? I've got some footage coming up in a second of her going into the enclosure for the first time, but I'm really happy about this. I don't remember if I mentioned this at the beginning, but this is a temporary enclosure. Boas shouldn't stay in a 40-gallon enclosure when they get older because it's not enough space for them. But because she's a baby and I'm building out her bigger, more permanent enclosure, I wanted one that was small enough where she could feel secure and not get super stressed out with too much space, but also give her lots of enrichment and cool things to do while she is here. And that's Dora, and I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer them, but hope you get to build one for your snake soon too. Bye!